Sources say that Zendaya was frustrated with Levinson after he shifted his focus on his controversial series The Idol, rather than putting all of his energy on the long-awaited third season of Euphoria. Allegedly, Zendaya had a meeting with HBO execs asking them why they were allowing Levinson to create The Idol when Euphoria still needed a lot of work. Then news broke about The Idol's toxic workplace and rape fantasy storyline, which swept Zendaya up in the anti-Sam Levinson backlash, which didn't help their relationship at all.
We seriously need to talk about Euphoria because the internet will not let this show breathe anymore. Every single week there's some new update about season 3, and every time it drops the reactions are brutal. People are like, just cancel it. We've moved on, or throw it away, nobody cares anymore. And honestly, that shift is wild, considering how obsessed everyone used to be with this show. At one point, Euphoria was untouchable. Now it feels like fans are exhausted, annoyed, and side-eyeing everything connected to it. The hype flipped into frustration real fast, and a lot of that has to do with the long delays and all the behind-the-scenes chatter. People keep whispering about tension between Zendaya and the show's creator Sam Levinson, and whether that drama slowed things down more than anyone wants to admit. When Euphoria first dropped, it didn't just land, it exploded. The visuals were insane, the soundtrack was everywhere, and Zendaya completely leveled up her career. She didn't just play Rue, she became Rue, and fans were locked in emotionally from day one. The show felt raw, risky, and different from anything else on TV at the time. But then season 2 happened, and things got messy fast. The finale left viewers emotionally drained and confused. Rue was spiraling while trying to stay sober. Fezco's storyline went dark after the police raid, Ashtray was killed, and Fezco's fate was left hanging in a way that felt unresolved and rushed. People still argue about that scene to this day. Then there was Lexi's play, which aired out everyone's secrets like it was nothing. Cassie and Maddie's friendship completely collapsed after Cassie's relationship with Nate came to light, and fans were split on who was actually in the wrong. Nate turning his own father Cal into the police only added more chaos, and instead of closure, the season ended with a pile of loose ends. Now, years later, people are asking the same question over and over again. Is Euphoria still worth the wait, or did it miss its moment? The silence, the delays, and the rumors have changed how fans feel, and that's why the conversation around this show feels more heated than ever. People are seriously sitting around asking what the heck is even supposed to happen in season 3 of Euphoria anymore. After delay, constant behind-the-scenes rumors, and fans growing more irritated by the month, the show is officially in hot water. What once felt untouchable now feels shaky, and that shift did not come out of nowhere. A lot of that heat has landed straight on Sam Levinson, the creator and showrunner. Cast members have quietly stepped away, production keeps stalling, and even Zendaya, the face of the entire franchise, has fans wondering if she's still fully locked in. Nobody is saying anything directly, but the vibes feel very different, and fans are definitely picking up on it. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Season 3 is basically missing in action. The last episode aired back in February 2022, and since then it's been nothing but vague promises and half answers. HBO confirmed the new season wouldn't arrive until 2025, which already felt wild. Then whispers started spreading that it could actually be pushed to 2026, and that was the final straw for a lot of people. Fans online are saying the wait has been way too long, the cast is aging out of the story, and the emotional momentum is gone. People are tweeting that they don't even want the show anymore, because by the time it returns, it won't feel like Euphoria, it'll feel like something else entirely. And Sam Levinson's reputation hasn't helped matters. He's been dragged non-stop for what critics call a chaotic directing style, messy storytelling, and a fixation on shock value. A lot of viewers feel the nudity and extreme scenes stopped serving the story and started feeling unnecessary, like controversy for clicks instead of meaning. That criticism exploded after The Idol dropped. That project was supposed to cement Sam as a visionary, but instead, it backfired hard. Critics slammed it as shallow and exploitative, and fans started asking uncomfortable questions. Was Euphoria actually lightning in a bottle, or was it carried by a powerhouse cast while Sam leaned too heavy into edgy for edgy's sake storytelling? Right now, the trust is shaky, the patience is gone, and season 3 has a lot more to prove than anyone expected. Reports started circulating that The Idol was originally supposed to focus on a woman discovering herself, her power, and her identity. But once Sam Levinson stepped in, critics claimed the entire direction shifted. Suddenly, the story centered on a man causing pain, while the woman was written as if she accepted it or even romanticized it. That change did not sit right with viewers at all, and social media was on fire with backlash at the time.
Multiple times in the first 2 episodes, we see him breaking her boundaries, being inappropriate, being creepy, and no negative consequences coming of it. One of the first times we see him is when he's in the club dancing with her, and he asks to dance with her, and she kind of denies it, and she doesn't want to dance with him, and he ignores what she's telling him, and continues to dance with her anyway. That's a clear violation of consent.
People online were dragging the storyline nonstop, saying it felt uncomfortable, one-sided, and deeply out of touch. Tweets poured in questioning why female suffering kept being framed as entertainment, and why the emotional depth felt replaced with shock value. The criticism wasn't subtle, and it didn't fade quickly. A lot of viewers said watching even one episode left them uneasy. Women especially questioned what kind of perspective was shaping these stories because the themes felt harsh and unsettling. Instead of feeling provocative in a smart way, many felt it crossed into something exhausting and unnecessary. That wave of reaction seriously damaged Sam's reputation almost overnight. And that fallout didn't stay contained to The Idol. It spilled right back onto Euphoria. Sam had built serious credibility with Euphoria. But after The Idol, fans started reevaluating everything. People began asking if the brilliance of Euphoria came from the writing or if the cast carried more weight than anyone wanted to admit. This wasn't even the first time concerns about Sam had surfaced. Barbie Ferreira, who played Kat Hernandez, announced she was leaving Euphoria, and fans immediately suspected there was more going on behind the scenes. Kat was a fan favorite in season 1, praised for her confidence arc and relatability, but in season 2, her screen time was noticeably cut, and her storyline felt disconnected and unfinished. Barbie later explained in interviews that Sam tends to write from personal relatability, and he didn't connect with Kat's character anymore.
Now, why exactly did Barbie quit Euphoria? Well, she addressed this on the Vile Files podcast. It wasn't just my choice. I think after having a lot of conversation and after season 2, there was just nowhere to go. Instead of me lingering around for 9 months, it was best for both of us, her and Sam Levinson, that we just kind of ended it there.
That disconnect reportedly created creative tension, and it became clear their visions no longer aligned. Instead of forcing something that didn't feel right, she chose to step away. She later shared an emotional Instagram post, uploading artwork by Hunter Schafer of Kat and writing a heartfelt goodbye. She said after 4 years of embodying such a special character, it was time to let go, adding that she hoped viewers saw themselves in Kat the same way she did. Fans were crushed but supportive, and she wasn't the only one not returning. Storm Reed, who played Gia, Rue's younger sister, also confirmed she wouldn't be back for season 3. She expressed gratitude toward the cast, crew, and HBO, making it clear the decision came with appreciation, not bitterness. Earlier statements about the show being on pause had already hinted that changes were coming. With cast exits stacking up and trust wearing thin, fans are now questioning what version of Euphoria could even return and whether the magic can survive all this fallout. Back in April, Storm Reed told E! News that if it was meant to be, the cast would be back soon and give audiences what they wanted and deserved. She sounded hopeful, even saying she was anxious to return. But fast forward to now, and suddenly she's not coming back at all, which has fans raising eyebrows. It's one thing to say you're excited to return, and another to quietly exit after the show sat on pause for so long. That long pause is exactly why fans started getting uneasy. People were already asking questions about what was happening behind closed doors, and this just added fuel to the concern. The timeline stopped making sense, and viewers started wondering if something shifted during that break that we weren't meant to see. On top of that, many fans were already calling for the show to end after the heartbreaking passing of Angus Cloud. His character Fezco was such a core part of Euphoria's emotional weight, and a lot of viewers felt the show simply wouldn't feel the same without him. Even so, reports continued claiming the show was still planning to return eventually, just not without serious complications. One of the biggest concerns floating around now involves Zendaya, the undeniable backbone of Euphoria. Rumors started swirling that she and Sam Levinson were no longer fully aligned. Allegedly, the two clashed over creative direction, and while Zendaya stayed professional and never confirmed anything publicly, fans noticed the shift in tone. Earlier on, Zendaya had openly praised Sam and credited him for shaping the show's success. But more recent reporting painted a more complicated picture of their working relationship. According to insiders, tensions grew while Sam poured most of his time and creative energy into The Idol, leaving Euphoria Season 3 stuck in limbo. Reports even claimed Zendaya became so frustrated by the lack of progress that she called a meeting with HBO executives Casey Bloys and Francesca Orsi to ask why Season 3 scripts still weren't delivered. Allegedly, she questioned why Sam was allowed to prioritize The Idol over the series that made him a household name. Sources say Zendaya never wanted Sam working on that project in the first place, and as one of his most important collaborators, she reportedly felt sidelined. With all these tensions stacking up, fans are now wondering if Euphoria is dealing with damage that can't be undone, even if it does return. Zendaya's name almost got dragged into the backlash surrounding Sam Levinson and his alleged toxic working style. But insiders were quick to point out one thing: her image stayed spotless. An anonymous executive reportedly told The Hollywood Reporter that fans were turning hard against Sam, not her. And that distinction mattered a lot behind closed doors. As criticism grew louder, Sam, Zendaya, and top HBO executives allegedly sat down for yet another meeting to try and resolve their creative issues. This wasn't casual. This was serious damage control. The problem is, according to sources, the tension was already too deep by that point. Reports claim the relationship had soured so badly that the meeting ended without any real resolution. People who once worked closely and trusted each other couldn't get back on the same page. That alone sent alarm bells ringing for fans who know the show simply does not function without Zendaya fully on board. Things got even messier when Variety published reports about Sam's early ideas for Season 3. One alleged concept involved Rue becoming a private detective, which immediately confused people. Sources claim that idea didn't even make it past internal conversations and was quickly shut down. Zendaya reportedly pitched her own vision for Rue, focusing on sobriety and becoming a surrogate mother, a storyline meant to show growth and healing. That idea also didn't make the final cut, which shocked fans who felt it sounded far more grounded than what was being floated. Once those rumors hit social media, reactions were brutal. People online were saying, just cancel the show, none of this makes sense, and this is getting weird now.
Just cancel it. Cancel the whole thing at this point. Just cancel the whole thing. I'm being serious. Like I'm being serious. Just cancel the whole thing at this point, because first they said 2024. No, first they said 2023, then they said 2024, and now they're saying 2026. Do you see?
The longer the silence stretched, the more detached fans became. At this point, the wait itself started doing more damage than any plot twist ever could. The massive gap between seasons already drained the hype, and viewers moved on to newer shows. The once iconic Euphoria aesthetic started feeling dated to some, especially as trends shifted and the cultural moment passed. And let's be real, Season 2 got extremely dark. Rue's relapse, Cassie's emotional collapse, and the devastating Fezco and Ashtray storyline left audiences drained rather than excited. Instead of anticipation, many fans now feel fatigue, and that's the real danger Euphoria is facing as time keeps ticking. That ending was tragic, plain and simple. It was heavy, draining, and left a lot of fans emotionally wrecked. Some people are straight up saying they don't know if they can sit through another season of that level of heartbreak, especially after how dark Season 2 got. It wasn't just drama, it was nonstop emotional weight, and not everyone is eager to sign up for round 3. It also doesn't help that the cast has completely leveled up since the show first aired. Zendaya is a full-blown megastar now, booked and busy nonstop. Jacob Elordi is everywhere, and Sydney Sweeney is landing major roles back-to-back. These are no longer actors waiting around for a call, their schedules are packed. Trying to get all of them to clear months of time for a show that doesn't even have a locked filming date sounds like a nightmare. It's not like production can say, we're filming on this exact day, no changes. Everything keeps getting pushed, delayed, reworked, and that uncertainty makes scheduling almost impossible. How do you commit when nobody seems to know what's actually happening? Some die-hard fans are still holding on to hope, believing season 3 could be worth the wait if it delivers something meaningful. But a lot of viewers have already checked out emotionally. TikTok has been flooded with people venting, saying the magic is gone, the momentum is dead, and the whole situation just feels messy now. So the big question is, what's next for Euphoria? Will season 3 bring the redemption arc fans are desperately hoping for, or will the delays, the drama, and the lack of trust in Sam Levinson completely tank the series for good? At this point, it really could go either way. I want to know what you guys think. Do you honestly believe season 3 is still happening? And if it does, do you think it's actually going to be good? Drop all your thoughts, theories, and opinions in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, share this video, and let me know your thoughts down below. I'll see you in the next one.